Alrighty, howdy ho folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Dread Delusion. Last time we left off, I believe we were talking about how awesome the world building of the Clockwork King was thus far. This episode, I believe I mentioned I'd talk to the various NPCs in the area around the Clockwork King. I'm pretty certain I was saying something like that. Said I'd check out around here, basically. Yeah, may as well. Yeah. Believe there's a shop we need to check out, as well as all the people working directly below the Clockwork King. Oh yeah, good stuff. This shopkeeper has his nose buried in a giant ledger. King's blessing, citizen. I'll be with you in a... He glances up and does a double take. Tick. God's teeth. A new customer? The shopkeeper seizes your hand and shakes it vigorously. Welcome, dear citizen. I'm Vidal, the foremost fully licensed vision trader in Ferropolis. And dare I say, the Clockwork Kingdom. You're still shaking my hand, or vision trader? You're still shaking my hand. Oh, my sincere apologies, citizen. It's just so exciting to see a new face in here. Forgive me for not standing up. These legs haven't been the same since the God War. So what's your fancy? A dream of flying? Lightness and freedom on the wing? A reverie of the vanished past? Or, for the daring soul, a nightmare so chilling, your waking life will seem like bliss? You know, that's I guess that makes sense why he's also selling nightmares. I think we got like one of these that were just filled with nightmares, and it's like, why would you want that? What the heck's going on? At least that's what I was personally thinking. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let's see what visions you're selling. Actually, I'm looking for information. See you later, vision trader. Actually, I'm looking for information. How intriguing. Perhaps I can help. Looking for a Dark Star mercenary? Seen one? A mercenary? King's Grace, no. There was a fellow named Caxton Frost who ran off to join some band of sky pirates. That was the Dark Stars, I think. However, he met a sticky end when his leader made him walk the plank. Vidal's expression brightens as he apprehends a sales opportunity. Of course, if you're interested in sky battles and such like, we have plenty in stock. It's quite a common fantasy. It's like the high fantasy version of just doing fake VR things. I kind of like it because it perfectly fits in universe. That's nice. Let's see. Palanquins, male genitalia thieves, pirates. Would you like to be one, fight one, romance one, be menaced by one, be menaced and romanced by one, attend university with one, play chess with one, inexplicably find yourself naked with one, or something else? I don't want to be inexplicably naked with the male genitalia thieves, man. I'm worried about that. Who wants to play chess with pirates? I'd assume they were kind of good at chess. I don't know why I'd assume that, but I'd assume it. Romancing a pirate sounds interesting, or I'm not interested in battle visions right now. Who wants to play chess with pirates? Why, it was in last month's Metacalf. I'm assuming, yeah, it's Metacalf. And these are very popular. You're lucky? We've only just received his latest. If you'd waited another day to ask me, he'd already be sold out. Why are Metacalf's visions so popular? I mean, I may as well go down this road. Why not? Metacalf is the best in the business. Exquisite imagination. All those little details you'd never think to imagine. It's like he's really been a buccaneer. Okay, I guess we got our answer about where Caxton is. I guess we got our answer there. Alright, cool. Vidal leads in conspiratorially. But would you like to know his secret? I've met the man, and I can categorically tell you Horus Middlecalf is an ordinary human being like the rest of us. Just goes to show there's no limit on dreams, huh? Appreciate the info. Very interesting. I'd love to meet him. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to divulge his address. Bottled visions can stir up powerful emotions. You understand. Some people get a little fixated on one supplier or another. That's for everyone that dreams stay dreams. All I will say is that he lives outside the city, so it's far too dangerous for you to go searching for him. Did you have another question? Really appreciate the info, man. Oh. Can you tell me more about the vision trade? Visions are the kingdom's premier export, thanks to our unique emblem of thermo technology. Why can I actually say some of that stuff all right? Like, yeah, I probably didn't pronounce it correctly, but I swear, it's simpler words I'll trip up on all the dang time, but yeah, this almost made up language. Just, yeah, sure, why not? Crank it out. The siphoning of distillation apparatus is quite affordable, so almost anyone can become a dreamwright if they apply themselves. Alright, alright. Naturally, the apostatic union despises it. They say it distracts the serfs from their drudgery and fills their head with dangerous ideas. I mean... I wouldn't even deny the fact the apostatic union was saying that. They're kind of D-bags. But no matter how many shipments they intercept, you can't prevent people from dreaming. As for the supposed side effects, I can assure you that chronic honorism is exceedingly rare and easily avoided as long as you dream responsibly. It really feels like I'm talking to a dude at a dealer. Like 100%. Like, I live in an area where like weed is legalized and you can just go to a dealership basically for it. And it feels like I'm talking to one of those dudes. It's like, yeah, man, you just need to be responsible about it. Like, I know some people like have had bad experiences, but you know, you just take it slow. You figure out where you're at. You're good, man. You're good. Did you have another question? Thanks. You've been very helpful. Weirdly very helpful, actually. What else can I do for you? Let's see what you're selling. Ooh. Passionate bottled vision. A perfect copy of a single vivid dream. These lurid fantasies are subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by B. Morozov. Containing aristocratic nostalgia and scenes of an erotic nature. Quizzical bottled vision. For a debate, feverish debate or whatever. This one is by Karl von Pripp. It contains scenes of mild anxiety and spiders. Okay. Thrilling bottled vision. This one is by Horus Middlecalf. And contains scenes of moderate peril and frequent daredevilry. Okay. Is his name Middlecalf supposed to be the fact that he had to replace his calf with metal and like a prosthetic? I'd love it if it was. I really would. Alright, let's see here. These are the dudes we were not able to talk to at the end of the last episode. Because we were running out of time. Alright, what you got going on, man? I'm a comatologist. We draft the petitions the guild sends to the king and make sure they're in the correct cipher language. What is a petition exactly? What happens if the language isn't correct? Sounds important. Best of luck. What's a petition exactly? Request for action. You know, production orders, rule changes, alteration requests. We can't tell His Majesty what to do, but we can ask. Sometimes it listens. Now, may I please get back to work? What happens if the language isn't correct? Oh, anything. The wrong verb here and we get a skating rink instead of a farm. A misplaced comma there and the wrong house vanishes. Oh, that's freaking funny. That's freaking funny. Like, it's... I love the fact that it needs to be so precise. And it's still up to whimsy. I really do love this. More importantly, I could lose out on a guild commendations for this year. Do you ever consult with people your petitions affect? They give you a queer look. I'm no good talking to layfolk. Besides, individual testimony is invariably clouded by partiality or bias. Most people can't see the big picture like we can. Oh yeah, because they're layfolk. Now may I please get back to work? Sounds important. Best of luck. Thanks. They do not look enthusiastic. Yeah, they're basically just... They're like a teacher just proofreading constantly. That's gotta suck. Don't talk to me. I'm in hell without a doubt. This is hell. Thought we were in Ferropolis. Anything I could do to help? Sorry to hear that. Farewell. Thought we were in Ferropolis. They give you a withering look. I'm in Cypher hell, you swine. Charm hell, invocation hell, contagion hell, transposition hell. You name the hell, I'm in it. Gosh, that's what? 1 circle, 2 circle, 3rd circle, 4th circle, 5th circle? Wow, you're already 5 circles in, man? What in hell does that mean? They sigh. My only surmise is that the last machinist to work on this spell made a dread bargain with some foul power. My soul for their freedom. I like this dude. He hates his job. I like him though. Now I'm stuck with the mess they left behind, and none of it makes sense. It's like trying to untangle a ball of string when your only tool is another piece of string or a wet noodle. Yeah, that's coding, especially when you're trying to figure out the coding as someone who didn't know how to code, but somehow they shoestring together a proper site or something. Yeah, this dude's basically dealing with coding right now in a horribly built code that he's got to fix. This is hell. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. Can you reconjugate a 274-line cipher charm for a low contagion rune set while maintaining echo consequence with a legacy canon written by a lazy moron who never took notes? You guys fired the wrong dude, didn't you? No or lie? Yes. Yes. Oh, go and boil your head. Yeah, man, it's easy. You just need to use that rule of, like, I want to say 6 or whatever. Was it 6? Did we decide that 6 was a good number? I'm pretty certain we decided 6 was a good number last time. Oh, is this the elevator already all the way down to the first floor, or... Oh, is it? Oh, that's up to there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, what's up, man? I will not ask what passed between you. It is enough for me that the king's will is done. However, its majesty has given no further instructions regarding your presence. I trust you'll see yourself out. Wait, I need to tell you the king's message. Sunil's nostrils flare. No, you do not. Its majesty is quite capable of appraising me of its concerns directly. My staff will review the logs of your audience. Begone. I will not ask you again. But the king chose me for sacramental duty. It said there'd be a critical reality. Sunil waves his hand with a cipher sigil shines in the air. You suddenly find you cannot move or speak. Enough. Hear me, traveler. Its Majesty's edicts are complex and easily misunderstood by one such as you. Any task of true import will be noted and addressed. You're finished here. Aye, cool. It's not like our reality might just, like, fold in on itself multiple times until we get to a wonderful piece of origami. I hope we're a crane. Yeah, I think our reality would be better as a crane. Anyways, moving on. I'm tired of our whole reality just being like a turtle, basically. Let's go with the crane next time. I'm an interpreter. We study the king's commands and proclamations to understand its true wishes. Do you need something? I have quite a lot of reading to get through. I actually had an audience with the king myself. Wait, that was you? They grab a parchment to take notes. What did its majesty say? Don't leave out any details. What may seem irrelevant to you is as gold to us. At least somebody cares that I'm freaking going up in the world. Gosh. It told me to perform the sacramental duty. Whatever that is. I don't think Sunil would want me to discuss it. Sunil said I didn't matter. Sunil specifically was like, yeah, we weren't told what to do with you after. Go do whatever. We don't care. So it told me to perform the sacramental duty. Whatever that is. The sacramental duty? Huh, that's new. Or maybe it's a legacy component from one of the old political tracks that we consulted to build the king? Was there no further detail? Only a bunch of weird symbols. I think so, but I couldn't read it. I don't think Sunil would want me to discuss it. I already said he did not care. I think so, but I couldn't read it. Of course, you really need a cranial moderator to even read most of its output. Even then, its majesty can be a little, well, cryptic. What's a cranial moderator? A magical clockwork device grafted onto your brain. See my mechanical eye? It lets me read the king's sixfold cipher. Haha, I was 6, I remembered. The king's sixfold cipher language, as easily as a cheap ballad. Unfortunately, its majesty's mysteries go deeper than mere language. Where would I get one? Well, you could take the guild entrance exams, score in the top 6th, pass a political audit, undergo 3 years of training, and swear a magically binding loyalty oath. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Maybe Chief Interpreter Afra could help? But we interpreters aren't really supposed to talk with outsiders. You need something more? I have quite a lot of reading to get through. You were so happy to talk to me just, like, less than a minute ago, and now you're done with me? Gosh dang it. Why am I always just suddenly tossed to the side? Why is it that way in every single game? I like to think I'm sometimes important. Not always, but sometimes. Can't you see I'm busy? Sunil wants the next petition locked down by the next Starbright so he can check it over first. How's it going? Oh, I'm perfectly on schedule, but we're still waiting on the bloody summoners. Less than a day to go before final commit, and they're not even in the rune lock. Amateurs. I'll leave you alone. The machinist jumps when you disturb them. Yeah! Boo. Sorry to startle you. Everything okay? Yeah! Yeah! They shudder but catch themselves. Alright. King's toenails. No more, no more. Let's both, take deep breaths and calm down. I thought you were one of the, comatologists. That bastard's been stalking me all day. Trying to hurry my work. I'm working as fast as I can. What's the delay? I'm a summoner. We maintain the cipher spells that transport goods through the kingdom. From farm to stockpile to summoning stations or back again. That's good world building. You guys have magic and you're using it for, like, transportation to cut down costs. And then it became bureaucratic. That's good world building. How do I use a summoning station? It sounds very complicated. I'll disturb you no further. How do I use a summoning station? It's quite simple. Simply approach the machine, visualize what you want, and press use. If you don't receive the right thing, you probably didn't visualize it correctly. Yeah, right? It's not an issue with the coding, right? Any further queries? This sounds very complicated. These spells are invoked thousands of times per day. One small mistake in this room will ripple across the kingdom. Now, do you see why it can't be rushed? Maybe you shouldn't have that power? They shrug. I leave that to the philosophers. We're busy changing the world. Any further queries? Yeah, I'll disturb you no further. If anyone asks about me, tell them I'm with the king's speaker in a private meeting. Yeah. The king doesn't have a speaker. He just kind of writes things down. Whatever. Introduction to Sixfold Cipher by A. Zhang and P. Koblesks. Volume 1, The Basics of Sixfold. So last episode when I was talking about the King's Gobbledygook whatever, we needed this book as well as the book we already read before we made it to Ferropolis about Sixfold Cipher. And I'm pretty certain if you're smart about it, you could actually decipher what the heck he was saying. At least that's what I was reading online. Oh wait, it did the stupid thing where it's like not showing the second page. Why did it do that again? Okay, there we go. I don't know why I did that specifically in the Sixfold books, but whatever. Diana Costanza, the inventor of Sixfold Cipher, was so overcome by its terrible beauty that she jumped to her death from the edge of Bion's main island in the 173rd year Anti-Rex. Acheron Twisp, the Lundalese scholar who first translated and assembled Costanza's work for modern eyes, likewise died by his own hand in Century 0, Year 8. Now, it is our turn to study Sixfold Cipher. And then die by our own hands, probably. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see a trend. Okay. This book will furnish you with all you need to follow in the footsteps of these illustrious forebears. The authors hope that it might also aid you in diverging from their path where you consider it prudent. Okay, yeah. If you too should perish by your own hand after reading this book, we pray you dispatch a letter of complaint or perhaps make a personal visit to our beloved publisher, Dr. Eckelbert Prost, whose address is given in the front matter of this volume, and who, we have no doubt, will be more than happy to make due recompense. If you die, feel free to write to us. Oh my goodness. It's funny because there's this form of undeath in this universe that even these people could have. There are ghosts. Do you think the ghost could write them? What kind of recompense could the ghost have? You find it weird that they're fully willing to be perfectly legally responsible for the fact that you may die by your own hands after reading this book? What if it was unrelated to the fact that I read this book? Can I still get recompense? I'm curious now, because they legally open themselves to that. Now, without further ado, our lesson begins. Our ancestors believed in a harmonious cosmos, where all things danced in unison to the music of the spheres. Oh, yeah, cool. Kind of like the Lovecraftian bunch of people, like, making music around the great dreamer that the universe exists within. You know, the Godhead. Yeah, that. Current scholarship suggests that the music is more like the cacophony of a million howling dogs. Hey, it's music to someone. You shouldn't knock it till you try it. As you know, the true structures of cipher language is an incomprehensibly intricate and perhaps infinite set of relations between autologically unstable entities known as glyphs. For mortal beings, exposure to this cosmic bedlam may cause lethargy or headaches at best, and seizures, brain hemorrhages, immaterialization, or malign apotheosis at worst. Oh, you don't want malign apotheosis. That makes you zero-sum. Since most mortal scholars prefer to avoid this, it is usually necessary to translate cipherglyphs and their relationships to each other into a clearer and less volatile scheme, known as cipher transposition, which ignores almost all relationships between glyphs in order to focus on just a few. You may already be familiar with common transpositions such as magic circles, mandalas, hermetic sigils, and the metachromatic scale. However, the intricacy and relative inflexibility of these structures presents a high barrier to using them in mechanical devices. Yeah, you're taking like a metaphysical concept and demanding it work in a machine that is one of the most rigid type of things you could do, and demanding it doesn't move outside what you want that metaphysical concept to be at any given moment. So obviously it's going to fall apart. Costanza's breakthrough was to further translate existing transpositions into an abridged yet adaptable dialect that did not depend on rigid geometric or tonal forms. Her solution was to distill Bion's standard glyph alphabet into just 6 symbols that could be used to invoke components of a standard transposition, which in turn would invoke the true language. Ooh, yeah, language of the universe. Heck yeah, man. Many scholars scoffed at Costanza's hope of making cipher magic safe enough for layfolk to study. Almost all considered it impossible to forge mechanical components precise enough to perform such rituals without a human caster. They were wrong. I mean, yeah. I mean, heck, even if we don't consider the nonsense of this being arguably new tech to them, didn't the ancient Iberians have similar setups where the lay folk were very good at spells even, and their mechanical like setup and empire and everything had cipher flowing through it rather easily. So yeah, it's totally viable. To print the 6 letters of Fianna Costanza here would risk producing a magic book, rather than a mere book of magic. Yet by virtue of the mystical arithmetic that connects these letters to the intermediary transpositions, they are largely equivalent in operation to the common numerals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we shall henceforth use as shorthand. Eager students may fill out the coupon on our final page and post it to our publisher to receive an example of the letters on specially warded vellum. Study these letters, study them well, study them until your eyesight fades, and your head feels stuffed with fur, until your cheeks are gaunt, and your loved ones ask with genuine concern whether you are in good health, and you answer with what cheer you can muster that you are quite all right, thank you, but they are not convinced, and talk of you amongst themselves in soft word voices, and go silent when you enter the room. That's an image. That's an image. Okay, yeah. I'll study until that point. You will know you have succeeded when you start to perceive these letters everywhere. In the scuttling of the clouds, in the frothing of your ale, in the laughter of your friends, in the whispering of the neuron stars, in the lights you see when you close your eyes, and in your dreams. Oh, great. So if you keep studying this language, you basically get the Tetris effect of the language and see it everywhere. This setup's a bit too short for someone my height, which is hilarious because I can't control my character's height. Not like I chose a high elf. Gosh dang, man. But yeah, if we take into consideration what that book was saying, as well as the other book we read about the 6 cipher terminology and all that, we should actually be able to decipher things if you study to that degree. Which sounds lovely, doesn't it? I mean, it's only seeing the building blocks of the universe. You probably won't go mad. Probably. And if you do, you can get recompense. Remember? The author said you could. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Ooh. Another ruined house. Ooh, what do we got going on? Not enough mana. No! Oh, I'm blowing through my mana potions. Just because I constantly have that worm on. Ooh. Just a simple one and done. Something has changed. Did it open this? No, it opened this. Okay. Cool. I could dig it. Give me some ore. Yeah, you guys like buckets, don't you? Lots and lots of buckets. Wonder if this is that one dude's house. The one homeless dude that really doesn't realize what the heck happened. Oh, what you got going on, man? Our sovereign is not pleased with us, friend. The signs are everywhere, if you know where to look. Only by redoubling our efforts and rooting out the disloyal among us can we win back its majesty's trust. Long live the king. Long live the king. Okay, yeah. You see, what you're saying is very similar to god worship. And like, not for nothing. Oh, I guess this is probably the garden. This is the gazebo? Yeah, sure. Check this out later. Ooh, flowing water. Wondrous flowing liquid water. That is probably just partially mixed with sewage. But it's flowing. Anyways, like I mean, I'm not against god worship in this game, but I feel like you guys kind of made your own thing in the hopes that you wouldn't have to have a god. And now you're just going about it like you're worshiping a god, you know? It seems kind of like backwards logic to me. Ah, well, is what it is what it is. What you got going on? If you're having trouble talking with the king, talk to Reza. They really helped me out when the guild kept insisting I should be able to grow 2 acres of potatoes in my bathtub. How did Reza help you? Where can I find Reza? Thanks, king's favor to you. How did Reza help you? They showed me how to file a petition that would pause any goods, targets laid on my property. Turns out you had to file it under safety, not targets. All the target petitions go into one big pile that never gets read. Where can I find them? Oh, they're down in the conduit somewhere. Look for a market trader in brightly colored clothing. Just mind yourself. It's a weird place. Thanks, king's favor to you and all that nonsense. Fun. What do we got going on over here? Ooh. 6. That's gonna be difficult. But luckily for me, I have means of dealing with difficulties. What's that one do again? Yeah, prevents it from breaking if it's a almost success, so that's useful in the long run. It is the lock bug. And then we switch on over to our lockpicking hat. And our agility clothes. There we go. Went from a 6 to a 3. Ooh, got us some more ore as well. Okay. Huh. Oh, may as well switch back. Yeah. Aegis robe, splendid attire. Give me some parfum on. Give me a horrible leech attached to my brain. You know, just girly things. Alrighty, let's see. That goes all the way up there. I apparently go all the way down here because this is what I thought was a ramp, but is actually enough to knock me down. But let's keep going around, I guess. Yeah, sure. Ooh. That's the inn right there. Nothing. Ooh, piece of candy. Thank you. Alrighty. Make our way back. A key to the quick. Oh gosh. My stamina. No! Whatever will I do? I mean, I know I got a ring of slow fall, but it's funner to just do parkour, man. Alrighty, let's get back over there. Let's see. I think there is one more building we didn't check. Oh, it's actually 2 buildings by the looks of it. Okay, sounds good. Got something to smash first. I love being a general nuisance. It's a lot of fun. Causing tomfoolery every which way you look. Here we go. Like, heck, what game was it? It was Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor, where you can just eat things off the ground. It's weirdly gratifying, even though it makes you puke. Lets me live my gremlin, like, just desires. They eye you up and down suspiciously. Ain't seen you around here before. Not a resident, I'll warrant. No, I have business with someone here. No, I'm just visiting a friend. Charm. Actually, I just moved in. Who put you in charge here? I don't see a machinist brooch. Charm. Actually, I just moved in. Needed a 20. Girl, my charm's at 80. You weak. They appraise you cautiously. Right. Welcome to the icebox then. My condolences. Name's Carr. I solve problems around here. And I look after folk. Guess that includes you. Let's see. Boilers are busted right now. Maeve in number 4's got extra blankets if you need them. You get hold of anything to burn, you share it around. And we'll do the same for you. Folks here look after each other. Best thing, we don't want any problems in this building. Things are hard enough without the king's wrath coming down on us. You get involved with anything funny, you keep it to yourself. These are good people, you understand? You don't deserve no trouble. Don't make none, and we'll get on just fine. How is everyone doing here? Can't complain. But I'm worried about Yusuf in number 28. Cold's bad enough in the main building, let alone in the floaters. You come across any spare fuel, let me know. Hey, don't you notice something weird about this building? Weird? Like what? Like newcomers asking funny questions? The room numbers go up to 28, but there's only 5 rooms. They pause to digest this. It's clear they haven't thought about it before. Huh. Now that you mention it, that is weird. I shrug. Probably just another little royal whoopsie. Sounding room numbers that don't make no sense. Typical. You want something more from me? Okay, any advice for a newcomer? Let's see, boilers are busted. Blah, 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 got extra blankets. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, just the usual stuff. Who put you in charge here? I don't see a machinist brooch. They snort. I'm just an ordinary resident like anyone else. A little thing called being a good neighbor. You might try it sometime. You want something from me? Oh no, I'd never want to be a good neighbor. Screw that, man. I'd rather be a D-bag. It's a lot of fun. I mean, not always, but fun enough. It depends on who I'm talking to. But what's up, you two? What you got going on? An awful shame about old Naja. My heart breaks for her mother. I hope she gets through it. We're all rooting for her. What's wrong with Naja? I'm sorry, Are you a friend? Naja's very sick. Can't even get out of bed. You dropped by to wish her well. I'm sure her mother would appreciate it. Okay. This resident's accent is rather well heeled compared to their neighbors. Perhaps you've already met the redoubtable Citizen Cower. They get a little fierce sometimes, but don't take it personally. They're just trying to do the right thing. Okay, yeah, sure, man. Appreciate it. Well, that's one building. Bada bing, bada boom. Boom, bam, bing. Gosh, it really feels like I'm in, like I'm playing a game that was designed in Russia, basically. When Uncle Yesup's room split off from the building, we got no warning. None whatsoever. Now I have to winch up supplies to him in a bucket. You wouldn't believe the bribes you have to pay for a ladder around here. Ooh. That's rough. Very rough. So is that his thing right there? I had to winch stuff up. Oh, that's funny. Hilarious, even. At least it would be if it wasn't so sad. The boiler's a death trap, but will they let my son look at it? No. That'd be tampering with royal property. And 3 days in the stocks. Only a bona fide machinist with a work order from the king is authorized to fix it. But how do you get one of those? That's right. Another bloody petition. We'll all be frozen solid by the time they get to us. Yeah, you guys are in more paperwork than the Apostatic Union. That's rough. Mind the lady in number 12. Snores like a sky barge engine. I should know. I fix him. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Ooh, piece of candy. What you got going on? Actually, wait. Is that Yesup's right there? Is that the one that they had to winch stuff up to? I love all these stupid floating buildings. They're great. Alright, what you got going on? A middle-aged woman looks worn down to the bone, with bags under her eyes, deep worry lines in her forehead. Her jet black hair is unkempt, but held in place by a long, ornamental pin of surprising finery. Oh, hello. Are you one of Naja's pals? I'm afraid she's not seeing anyone right now. Is she alright? She looks like she's out for the count. Or no, sorry. I must have taken a wrong turn. Is she alright? Something about your manner seems to cut her off. And when she speaks, her voice cracks as if she's about to cry. No, she's not alright. The woman closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I apologize, stranger. You're not seeing me at the best just now. I'm Naja's mother, Yasmin. This last month I've been her full-time carer as well. Those bottled visions, you see? What about bottled visions, or what happened to her? What happened? Our family has had a rough few years, and there wasn't much joy in our lives. So when Naja first started getting into visions, I was happy for her. Then she began spending all her free time dreaming. Soon she was sleeping until noon, missing work. Now she barely wakes up at all. She's never lucid when she does. She can't work, can't even feed herself. But she does need food and fuel to keep warm. All those summoning glitches, I have to pay cash on the black market. We're down to the last dregs of our savings. Yasmin shrugs despairingly. I just don't know how we can survive like this for much longer. Isn't there some kind of treatment? You mentioned your family has had a rough time lately. Pardon my ignorance, but what are bottled visions? Maybe I could help find Naja a doctor. Isn't there some kind of treatment? Yasmin throws up her hands in frustration. I don't know. I'm not an alchemist or any kind of vision expert. We petitioned the king for a doctor to visit, but with the way things are, it'll be months before we hear back. You mentioned your family was having a rough time lately. A few years ago, my husband passed away, and I got very sick. The creeping cough, you know? Even today, I can't really work because of all the spores in my lungs. Yeah, there's a lot of fungus around here. Then last year, we had to leave our house in the countryside due to the corruption. As far as I know, it's still out there, slowly sinking back into the mud. This room and its contents are all we have left. I don't mean to moan, truly. There's so many in this kingdom who have it worse than us. Just know it was tough on Naja, that's all. Pardon my ignorance, but what are bottled visions? It's a good question. There's such a fact of life here in the kingdom that I've never really thought about it. The first bottled vision I ever tried turned out to be somebody's nightmare. All clacking scissor teeth and cold sweat. Why anyone would bottle such a horrible dream, I have no idea. But it put me off them for good. My brother Yusuf says most of them aren't like that, though. He's a real aficionado. Honestly, it makes me wonder whether there's some addictive streak that runs in our family. She shrugs. But people don't really like to talk about that sort of thing, you know? Especially when the vision industry has such strong backing from the king. I mean, makes sense. If you're related to a person with addiction, like they're your parent or your grandparent or whatever, you're more likely to have an addictive personality as well. That's something that's been studied. So yeah, a streak of that in your family does make sense. Maybe I could help find Naja a doctor. A tentative hope is rekindled in her eyes. Oh, would you? Yes, you could ask Vidal the Vision Trader about it. I doubt I could face him myself without knocking his lights out and trashing his shop. Vidal must have seen cases like Naja's before. If there's any way to help her, he'd surely know. She arches her eyebrows. And if he refuses, you tell him he'll answer to me. Yasmin makes her best attempt at a smile. Is there anything else you wanted? Where would I find Vidal's vision shop? How are you doing, Yasmin? I mean you, not Naja. Yeah, how are you doing? She thinks for a long time before responding. When she does, her words are eerily calm. Sometimes I just want to scream. Scream and scream and scream. And keep screaming until I ruin my throat and can't make any noise at all. And do you know something? I don't think anything would happen. Nobody would respond. We're also trained to stay in our little circles of candlelight, to never really think about what's happening all around us. Because if you think about it, then it becomes real for you too. And not just for some other poor bastard you don't know. Maybe I'd be the same, if not for what's happened to Naja. Yasmin makes her best attempt at a smile. Was there anything else you wanted? Where can I find Vidal's vision shop? We already know. Oh, that's easy. It's a bit of a landmark. A central fixture of this town, she snorts bitterly. It's not far from here, just opposite the machinarium, besides the steps that lead up from the lower city. Okay. That's all for now. Good luck to you both. By the way, if she's sick, why are you leaving the doors open, or whatever? Maybe you should actually cover her in a blanket, not for nothing. This woman lies tucked up in bed, with that childlike and unself-conscious peace that blesses all sound sleepers. Her face is creased in an expression of unease, as if grappling with some private impasse. Someone has brushed her hair back neatly over her head, so it doesn't get into her eyes. Gosh dang, girl. Gosh dang. You got a good mom. Like, not for nothing. Like, yeah, it's easy to think a lot of parents would do the same, but in this circumstance, you can't honestly say that. Gosh dang, it's nice to see a good, proper parent in one game I'm playing. A couple games I've been playing have kind of not had that. Gosh, what was it? I mean, besides Harvestella, there's also Poison Control, which went into detail about how a child was being neglected, actually. Yeah, that was decent writing because they were actually willing to talk about it. Welcome back, good citizen. What's your fantasy today? I'm here on behalf of a customer named Naja. And yeah, that's just what we're doing. Naja? Why, yes. She's a regular of mine. One of my best customers, actually. But I haven't seen her in weeks. Is anything the matter? It's not good. I'm afraid she's very sick. Riddle's face falls into an expression of horror as you explain the situation. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I've, read about this happening, of course. I've just never... I mean, nobody I know. Look, I don't know anything about this. Just a shopkeeper, you understand. Well, you're connected to the vision trade. You must know someone who can help. I meant to believe you didn't notice your best customer was an addict. Listen, man. It's legalized drugs. Addiction is there, and it's legalized drugs. If you get free healthcare along with legalizing drugs, it tends to actually go kind of well, depending on the country. Depends on how it's handled. I think last time I checked, what was it, Sweden? They're doing well. I don't even know if they have legalized drugs or not. They just have great healthcare and actually care about their people. They got their homeless off the street. I don't think there's any homeless in Sweden, last time I checked. Was it Sweden? Whatever. You're well connected in the vision trade. You must know somebody who can help. Seems to take strength from your words. Yeah, you're right. Naja is my customer. I have a responsibility to her. King knows I never wanted to do her any harm. Dr. Prip. That's the man you want. He's a medical genius and quite a canny businessman. He invented much of the technology that sustains our trade. I know he's been studying dream sickness very closely. Rip runs the Royal Vision Works out in the Cloud Pine Oblast. It's in the far northeast of the kingdom, on its own little island, out beyond the mountains. I'm sure he'll have some treatment or elixir for poor Naja. Whittle sighs, sounding rather less chirpy than usual. Oh, what else can I do for you today? That's it. I'm good. Yeah. Alright, sure. Well, at least we got some info. I mean, considering the dude who made this new addictive substance, I guess it's a drug, yeah, sure, whatever. So where does this go? Yeah, this new drug or whatever is still around working and refining it. I feel like it's almost... Oh, it goes all the way down. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. Any bump, back up so we go. But, since he's still around and still refining just how you make these bottled dreams or whatever, it's... feels like a lot more testing and regulation kind of needed to, happen. Like, not for nothing. Just saying. Oh, well. Let's keep looking around. I don't think we've been over here, but I think this is just another exit? Yeah. Maybe? Maybe not. Huh. Well, may as well give a look-see. And smash a crate. Heck yeah, man. Ah. Being a general nuisance. I just switched back. Ah, well. Let's get this sorted. At least I do have the equipment that will let me do all this. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty, so we got Uzmo, what's it? Wrong potion, but whatever. See what the Who'sma what's it's doing. Something has changed. Cool, cool, cool. What that something was, I will not know until I come across something that's probably already open. Oh, well, I'm gonna guess this. Yeah, the door's open. Okay, cool. Illusion a go-go, baby. Heck yeah. Hecky to the yeah. Alrighty, nothing over here. We got 2 buildings to check out and a few people. I heard the saboteur hides in disused royal pipes down in the conduits. I'm usually too scared to go down there, though. It's fair, but it's got a decent market. It seems actually pretty cool down there. Like, not for nothing, it's probably one of the better places to be. Like, I know the whole, like, setup for Ferropolis is set up where it's like, hey, so the higher up you are, the more well-off you are, or whatever. But it's warmer down around the conduits, and they just have a more viable free market. It seems like a better place to be, not for nothing. This citizen steadfastly avoids looking at you as they wait at the summoning station. I ain't summoning not for your... But don't even bother. Why would I want you to summon for me? Actually, I wanted to ask you a question. Why would I want you to summon for me? She squints at you. You daft? Always some arsehole hanging around the stations offering coins or food to use your daily summon. Well, I don't give a runny shite. I need onions, and I'm damn well getting onions. Actually, I just wanted to ask you a question. I ain't answering any questions neither, so piss off. Okay, good day to you. I like them. It's nice to see someone written just to be an arse. It's very nice, actually. Don't need to worry about the general deeper meaning of much. This is a full-blown arse. A glass bottle flies past your ear and smashes against the doorframe. Its thrower is a middle-aged man, clearly very drunk. Huda! Fuck are you? Get out of my goddamn house. Sir, are you quite alright? Oleg Igorovic, I presume? Oleg Igorovic, I presume. Where gives your flesh? Who's asking? Saw your missing person notice. I'm here to help. I'm an adventurer. Maybe I can find your child. Father, it's me. It's been so long. I ain't that mean. Like, I'm mean enough to freaking tease a dude who's stressing about work, but not that mean, man. I'm an adventurer. Maybe I could find a child. Adventure? You're a fucking excuse me? Adventures? What the hell does that mean? Oh, you're gonna slash me with a sword? He makes wild swinging motions with his hands. If you want anything useful out of him, you'll need to sober him up. Hold that thought, I'll be right back. Give him a potion of stamina. Give him a potion of truth. Give him a slap. I don't think the truth will sober him up. Maybe the stamina, but you shouldn't put more liquid on liquid. I am super curious about the potion of truth, though. Why is that even an option? We're doing it. The man shrugs and drinks it. His eyes widen as he stares around in wonder. Then he looks at you. Oh, stranger, I'm so sorry. He shakes his head to clear it. Oof. Oleg glares at you. Is this your idea of helping? You've wasted your time. My child is gone, and I'm still here. That's all there is. Case closed. End of message. What do you mean gone, or then why did you put that notice? Yeah, why'd you put that notice? I have no child. Once, yes. Galit Mishkin and Idara Mishkin died young. Buried them myself. Ancient history, you can see. I live here alone. But last month I found something. A locket. In among the junk. At the back of the cabin. I never opened. Says, to my father. I don't recognize it. Yet somehow I know I've seen it before. I've thought about it. And there's only one answer. The locket is mine. I did have another child. One that I have somehow forgotten. But now you've heard the whole sorry tale. Isn't it pathetic? A grown man weeping over a fantasy. I don't care if you believe me. Just leave me to drown myself in peace. How is it possible to forget your own child? Very possible. Some people are like that. They're usually scumbags. That being said, I don't think this dude's outright a scumbag. How can you be sure it's really your locket, or can you tell me anything at all about the child? How can you be sure it's really your locket? First, I thought it to be my ex-wife's, right? So I sent the old harpy a letter. She says it must have been dropped by one of my strumpets. I should be so lucky. Then I noticed other things. That shitty clay pot. Who made it? Not Adira? Or those height marks on the wall? Whose? Adira never got that tall. You ever feel like you've lost something, but you don't know what? Like you're incomplete, but you don't know how. For years, I've felt thus. So when the idea came to me, I knew instantly. This was it. The missing piece. Now have you finished tormenting me? How is it possible to forget your own child? Oleg laughs bitterly. Quite a puzzle, yeah? Can you imagine how bad a father you would have to be? I cannot explain it, or at least, he eyes you cautiously. Not to you. Now have you finished tormenting me? Can you tell me anything at all about the kid? Nothing. You see my problem? There are no clues. The pain is so much worse now that I know. And yet, I have no way to end it. I thought perhaps if I drink enough, I will forget all over again. No such luck. But now you see, the case is hopeless. And the one person who could help would never talk to me. As I said, you are wasting your time. What if I could talk to this person for you? You'd be surprised what I could do if properly compensated. I just do it for the funsies. I don't even outright need compensation half the time. I'm pretty certain I've destroyed several settlements almost. I've at least wiped out an entire bandit camp. Purely for the funsies. So yeah, I'll do it for the funsies. I don't need outright compensation, but what if I could talk to this person for you? Oleg examines you, weighing his options. Well, if it will make you leave me in peace. To the west of the city is a place called the Library of Untruths. No signs point to it, and no official map marks it, but it's there. Take my locket and show it to the librarian, and perhaps, maybe, she will help. Listen, I'm not sentimental. I know my child may be dead. Or worse, all I want to know is their name and their fate. At least then, I know who to mourn for. I'll see what I can do, Mr. Mishkin. Or let me ask you something else first. Let me ask you something else. Whatever you like, I have no pride left to conserve. Where should I start looking? You already said that. How is it possible to forget your own child? I already said that. How can you be sure it's your locket? That's all my questions for now. Leave me alone. I have humiliated myself enough. Alright, I'll leave it to your hangover. Oleg grunts. Next time I won't miss. Yeah. Not with your vision that blurred, man. Ooh, gosh dang, you're going heavy. Good stuff. Alrighty, let's take a... Ooh, we got people hanging out up top? Yeah, sure, let's check it out. These two citizens are poring over a pile of papers. Wait, so am I meant to fill out this part or not? Do you count as a dependent? What the hell is a domicile? Why do we have to claim a reimbursement? Why don't they just give us what we're entitled to? And to think I learned to read for this. Oh yeah, it feels like actually doing government paperwork. It really does. These two citizens are poring over a pile of papers. No, I think that part's only for if you've been evacuated? Wait, but it says we should already have a case number. Yeah, this is totally just government case, like paperwork. It's so one-to-one, it's funny. Alrighty, let's see. Piece candy. And I think it is a full exploration of Ferropolis, unless I missed something. Is there a staircase we could go for this one? No. Oh wait, there's this. We almost missed this. Alright, what do we got? Knock knock? Oh, you're just staring at the wall? Cool. The woman is knitting something long and cozy looking. You look like you've seen a ghost, dear. Anything you want to talk about? I'm being forced to hunt down a lunatic sky pirate. The king has forced me to perform a task and it won't explain. I'm searching for a child who's not supposed to exist. I really miss my family. I just really miss my family. She looks genuinely concerned. King's wheels, dear. That sounds horrific. Why don't you tell me all about it? You spent a long while talking about your highly unusual troubles. I'm not sure whether she believes you, but it helps. I should be going. Appreciate it, Nana. Alright, bye. Bye, Z's. Okay. So it seems like it's basically been an episode. I think we've kind of covered all of Ferropolis. Obviously, we still have a bit more to do here quest-wise, so on and so forth. But we have properly explored Ferropolis. Oh, next episode... We've got a few options. We could go out and about, do the various quests that are, well, out and about. Or we could wait until nightfall and do the meeting about our specific duty that the king asked us to do. Is there a way? I don't really want to just get another in-room, to be perfectly honest. Just to see where we're setting when it comes to how long until nightfall, basically. So, did I talk to you guys? I feel like you're new. I don't remember you being here. The machinist's face betrays no emotion as they study the board intensely. My opponent knows I have pondered every strategy ever played by man or god. What they don't know is that my tea is dosed with an amnesia potion of my own recipe. They are wholly unprepared to face a lunatic. Oh yeah, that's the best way to go into chess. The machinist is leaning back in their seat, drumming their fingers on their teacup with an amused expression. My opponent's knowledge of this game is undoubtedly superior. There's no move I could possibly make that they will not anticipate. However, I know something my opponent does not. I'm cheating. I like these two. That's awesome. Ah, great way to end the episode. Anyways, it's been an episode. We'll figure out where we're going next episode. But until then, ciao.